I'm gonna look at this altar, being a paladin.
Okay. And it's glowing with an inner light of opalescent blue.
Can I, like, religion this and see if this is, like, anything I recognize?
There's no iconography on it to look at. It's just this strange block of material. Like, there's no carvings, there's no imagery on it, there's no runes. There's nothing really to study. Strangely.
What about the rest of the room? Is there, like, anything that would indicate, like the religion of blue?
The walls themselves are painted with lots of different imagery, and it's kind of conflicting, because contrasting with the other paintings you've seen in the first couple of hallways, the people painted here have skeletal hands, rotting flesh, they're being eaten by maggots. But you also see a lot of religious symbols from various good-aligned deities. And I mean, you spot yours among them, but it doesn't look like this chapel is to anything in particular. Both good and evil are depicted here in great variety.
Is there a particular side of the room where there is more of good than the other?
No, it's all mixed in together.
It's just scrambled, okay. And that's along this back wall here, too.
That's along all four of the walls.
All four walls,
yes.
Okay.
And there are no obvious doors in this room either, just the four solid walls.
I'll examine the body.
Okay.
This way he eats me.
It's going to. Let me find the body text here.
I'm gonna sit on a pew. I'm a humble servant.
Oh, my apologies. It's actually not a body. It's a skeleton laying on the ground.
Oh, it's like, ugh.
And
Oh,
its
in that
hand
case.
is elongated and pointing through the archway, through which, of course, you just see this mass of vapors. But as you approach the archway, none of the stones glow.
Oh.
Huh.
So there's no colors, they're just dull.
Yeah, they don't glow any colors. And you still have true seeing up, by the way.
Yeah.
What
Interesting.
What if
Oh,
Bub
yeah,
took-
look around the room.
What if we just try pushing the stones in anyway, where they would be on the other arches?
With true seeing up, well, what are you examining? Let's.
Well, the thing you brought up that something was over. Oh, I didn't write it down.
You find a slot in the wall, a small slot with a letter O faintly traced above it.
Is it like embedded
That's-
in the wall?
A slot with the letter O.
Like a coin slot with a letter O.
Would it fit a ring?
I was gonna say, do we want to try this ring?
It's definitely ring sized.
Because that O is totally like a ring. But Bub's gonna put the ring in the slot.
Okay. And something happens.
Oh.
A large stone block in the wall. I mean, you put this ring of protection in the slot. You hear it slide away off of your character sheet forever.
Oh, right. Yeah, let me go ahead and delete that.
It was good while it lasted.
I
And
didn't
a
even
large stone block slides away, revealing the passage beyond.
So like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we have a description of
You
this?
deleted a couple of our standees. Or got rid of them or moved it or whatever.
Oh,
Oh, that's where they're going. Okay.
2 people are missing, yeah.
Yeah, I'm no longer there.
Oh, I must accidentally be highlighting you. Here, let's back up a few notches here.
There we are.
Hey, we're live again.
Yeah, I was accidentally be highlighting you when I'm...
I'm gonna back us off.
Yeah.
That's weird. That usually doesn't happen. There we go.
That's the first time that's ever happened. Alright. I guess we're going down.
Oops, I grabbed somebody else.
Oh, it looks like you got me, yeah.
Since I have True Seeing up, I guess I will lead.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go right behind you.
Can I borrow someone's 10-foot pole just in case?
Sure, here you go. It's a shovel.
Okay.
It's only actually 6 feet.
Yeah.
Benedict
I have a
has
staff.
no grasp of length.
And you step
Okay.
into the corridor beyond, and you see these stairs descending for a bit.
He thinks things are bigger than they are, you say.
It's common among elves.
And you come to a door.
Now, what happened the last time we opened doors? I mean, I guess I'm going to be close to the front.
Spears. So yeah, stand to the side.
Stand to the side. True Seeing still up, so no illusions. I'm
That's
going to Mage Hand open this door.
Okay. And you open the door, and it reveals 20 more feet of corridor beyond with another door.
Oh, that's not suspicious at all.
But your True Seeing also reveals a trap door in the floor, just on the other side.
Oh,
Oh,
excellent.
I got to mark that. Okay.
So
Where is
this
it? Right
one
there?
or the square?
Right in front of the door. Like, if you had just opened the door, you would have bumbled directly into this trap.
Oh,
But your
So-
True Seeing
Hey,
spots
hold
it
up,
lickety
guys.
split.
there's definitely a trap right here.
So it's like a pressure plate, or it's just a gaping hole that is clearly there right now.
No, it's a trap door, and it's closed and concealed. He's only able to see it because he's got True Seeing.
Okay.
More than that, you don't know because you haven't played with it yet.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Well, let's poke it with that shovel.
I poke it with the shovel.
Make a strength. Well, if you poke it with the shovel, you just tap on the top of the door. Nothing happens.
I attempt to push down on it without falling in.
Make a strength check.
Not very good at those.
Nah, you don't need to roll very high.
9?
Nah, you need to roll higher
Ooh.
than that.
I was gonna say.
Should I do
Yeah,
it?
you push down on it.
I'll try pushing down on it.
This isn't one we should teamwork, right? We all fall in.
Alright, well, that's a 17 plus.
I think you got it.
You
Yeah,
very
it's,
easily push down the door, and it seems to function identically to the ones you saw in the hallway. With enough pressure, they'll open up, they fall into a pit with spikes at the bottom, and then they'll snap shut afterwards.
I want to look at the walls.
The walls are just naked stone here. But again, like the pits in the first hallway, they're not the entire 10-foot by 10-foot square. It's easy to walk around it now that you know where it is.
So the poem says 2 pits along the way.
Will lead to a fortuitous fall, so check the wall.
So
So
Then
can
So
you...
yes, start checking walls in here. Or do we check the pits?
I think
So-
we should wait until
so-
we find the other pit.
So there's at least 2.
Right. So I
it-
skirt my way around the pit.
Yeah.
How long does True Seeing last?
1 hour.
1 hour, so you got a long time. Okay, and there's another door in the corridor here as well.
Okay. Well,
Skirt my way back.
Okay.
step to the side.
And, I'm way back. But I'm going to open this door with Mage Hand.
From 20 feet away. And
Yes!
it opens
Oh,
into
Mage
another
Hand.
20-foot long corridor with another door at the end and another trap door in the floor in front of this door.
Okay. Well, our fortune awaits.
Skirt my way around.
Okay, and there's a third door in front of you.
Nothing on the walls.
No, just naked walls.
Alright. Mage Hand again.
Mage Hand again. Open the door. This corridor continues. Yep, that's too much. There we go.
Ah.
I destroyed too big of a block. Goes forward about 40 feet, turns to the right, and once again you see another trapdoor in the floor, right in front of this door.
So after the 2, we should check the wall.
Skirt my way around, but check the walls.
And
Well, this is
Well,
3.
naked
That's
stone
3.
walls.
So in here, I'll investigate this room.
And naked stone walls.
Okay.
Well, it could be that this one is the fortuitous fall. So maybe we want to go down this one. Are there spikes at the bottom? Can we look down
Push it open.
inside the pit?
Make a strength check. See if you can push
Okay.
it open.
Ooh, 5, but it's plus 8, so 13.
Yeah, you push it open, and yeah, it's a 30-foot drop down onto spikes.
Can I push this other one open too?
Sure,
To see if
with
it's
a-
any different.
With a strength check, you can.
Yeah. 12.
Push down on it, and same thing, 30-foot drop down onto spikes.
If you look down there with the true seeing, are the spikes still there? Is there anything down in it?
I look down there. What you seeing?
Which one are you looking down?
The third one.
And looking down at the bottom, you do indeed see a secret door in the southern wall of the spike pit.
Are the spikes still there? Like the spikes are real?
The spikes are real.
Okay, so we
So-
don't want to land on the spikes, but we do want to get down there.
So there's good news and bad news. The good news is there's a secret door down here at the bottom of this. The bad news is there's still spikes, and I don't know how well a rope would handle it if we.
I have 50 feet of rope and I have a grappling hook. So if there's anything we can secure it to, is there anything around here that can secure that to?
But how are we going to keep this open to keep anything from
That's true.
keep our rope
The
from
thing-
snapping?
Just have someone hold their weight onto the trap.
I'm
Like,
wearing
when the
plate
when-
mail. I'm pretty
yeah,
heavy.
When we press the pressure plate, does is the pressure plate part of what gets moved away by the trap door?
Well, it's not a pressure plate at all. It's just the door itself. Once you apply enough weight to it,
Okay.
opens up. But it's got a spring mechanism where after you stop applying weight, it snaps back closed.
Okay, I
So
get
you could have somebody hold it, or you could use a shim or something to chalk it into place and try to keep it open.
Yeah, we could jam something in there to hold it.
Yeah, let's
I'm
do that.
proficient in thieves' tools. Can I tinker with the mechanic and try and keep
Break
it
the
open?
spring.
Make a...
Yeah.
Well, who's going to be holding it while you're doing this?
Bubble do
I-
that.
One of us can, yeah. Can we
Okay.
do that for all 3 of these? Because it says 2 pits along the way.
Make
Yeah,
a-
well, it said after the 2 pits, the fortuitous fall. So I'm not sure we need to be concerned about those.
Oh, found to lead to a fortuitous. Okay.
Yeah.
Make a dexterity
Okay, I can
thieves tools
interpret that way.
check. See if you can disable these
Uh,
springs on here.
Do I need to make any kind of check to hold the thing open, or are we good?
No, you've already made a check to push it down. As far as I'm concerned, you're just holding it
Okay.
there.
That's
problem.
probably not doing it because nat 2 on die and tools are your dex mod plus proficiency if I'm proficient, right?
Yes.
So that's an 8.
And the difficulty is getting an angle on it. And you just don't. I mean, it would be a lot easier if you were in the pit levitating, but I mean, you're sitting on the floor trying to reach around this trapdoor and trying to get your knuckles under this stone slab. It's just not working out.
It's a 10-foot wide pit.
Not quite 10 feet, maybe 5 or 6 feet. It's just right in front of this door here. So there's
So
lots of space on either side of the pit.
if I took my staff, would I be able to jam it in there?
It's
Diagonally across, or...
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be sacrificing your staff to do that.
That's fine.
Okay, go ahead and make me a strength check.
Sure.
Your DC is 15.
Oh, that was almost a 20. 8. Well, 8 plus 8 is 16.
Okay. And you jam your staff down in there and you push it. So you're trying to kind of push it diagonal wise.
Yeah.
Okay. And you
Kinda
manage
just
to
wedge the staff.
wedge one end of the staff along the lip, along the wall of this trap door, and you push the other one and wedge it down in there real good. So you've lost the staff, but now it's kind of wedged crosswise across this trap door. And pokedude, when you start letting off of the trap door, you realize this stick's going to hold it in place. It's wedged real good.
All right.
Okay, so would I be able to like attach my grappling hook to, or even just tie the rope off to one of these doors?
Oh, yeah, that'd be all right.
Okay, so we'll tie off the rope on the door and go ahead and work our way down.
Okay, so who's climbing down first?
I guess I am, because I'm the one who can see the door.
That's a good point.
So I climb down first.
Wait, who's the heaviest?
It's probably me.
I mean,
well, the plate mail Razanir might be.
Yeah, I feel like we should go in order of heaviest to lightest, so that the heavy person doesn't fall on top of you all.
I can see the thoughts of that. How deep is the pit?
It's about 30 feet, and there's room for all of you to stand down there once you get down there. As long as you're climbing down, you're not in any danger of landing on the spikes.
Okay.
No, I have slow falling. Could I just like drop down, or?
Sure. Yeah, that'll work.
All right, let's do that then.
Show off.
I'll go next. I'll not so slowly fall with the rope. Does the rope like hold?
Yeah, as long as you tie it off from the door, not try to suspend all that weight from that quarterstaff dangling up there.
Oh, certainly not.
Yeah. No, it's definitely tied to the door.
Okay. Then I slowly climb down.
Okay.
I climb down as well?
When you get down into the pit, you see painted into the side, the southern edge of the pit, is an oaken door. And just in the paint is concealing a secret door, which you see easily with your true seeing. Opening it up, though, it doesn't open into a full doorway, just a crawl space leading out of the pit to the south.
All right.
I guess we're going in.
Okay.
I'm going in first.
Yep. I'll follow.
Yep. Bub follows.
And you come out through the crawl space here, down some stairs. And with your true seeing, immediately off to your left, at the top of those stairs, is a secret door leading to the east.
Oh, I gotta cross.
There's another secret door.
North of that, just at the top of those stairs.
Up at the top of the stairs.
Yep. The corridor you're in turns to the right, and some more stairs lead down. The stairs descend down to the west, and the corridor that extends past the bottom of the steps down there is slightly cloudy.
I'll at least come to the edge and peek and see what's down here. If I can see.
Turn and look around the corner?
Yep.
Okay. And you're looking down the stairs, down a corridor, and you do see a door off to the left down there. But there's this strange cloud or fog covering the floor, so you can't actually see the details of the floor from where you're standing.
I think we should check the secret door first.
Okay, let me make sure it opens from this side. You guys might be trapped here for all you know.
True Seeing is such a BS spell for this.
There's a lot of places in this adventure that say you can't see this unless you have True Seeing.
They did say come prepared for this. So.
Oh, yeah. We came prepared.
You can tell the secret door is there. But you can't see any immediate way to open it. There doesn't seem to be a mechanism. There's magic involved in this door. There's not like a latch or a trick to it.
Oh, thank you. Oh, darn it! I'm trying to erase mine. Everything is terrible. There we go.
So what's next?
Too many cooks. Sorry about that.
Too many cooks.
So it seems. I think there's a secret door here, but I don't know how to open it. There's some magic here, but I don't have detect magic up.
So it might be some kind of. It might be a one-way door, the same way that it was for the other one.
Right. Actually,
What's with
what's the next thing with the poem?
These keys and those are most important of all. Beware the trembling hands and what will maul.
Oh, that sounds scary, actually. But Bub's not scared.
Of course not.
I don't think we've seen anything that resembles a key.
No. I mean, the closest thing to a key we've used is putting that ring of protection in the wall in order to open this.
So this is like a gas, you said, down on the ground?
Yeah, it looks kind of smoggy or foggy. It's not enveloping the entire room. It's just kind of listing along the ground. So maybe 6 or 7 inches or so off the floor. Assuming there is a floor. There might not be. It might be a bottomless pit. You have no idea.
Can I throw a copper piece down the hall?
And you hear it hit the floor.
Okay, that's good to know. Alms for the poor. So, I don't know. I think when I see that, I think poison or disease.
Oh, I'm immune to that, so I'll go check it out.
I can purify disease, so that's fine.
All right. I'll open the door, I guess.
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
All right, hold on a sec. Wait, had something here for that. Sorry, just bear with me a second.
Mm-hmm.
You're fine. Take your time.
It might be the last few seconds your character has, but...
Are you looking for the saving throws on the sheet?
Oh, I found that. I was just looking through my abilities. I thought I saw something about con saves before, but oh no, that was for attacking. All right, so
it's a D20 plus your whatever it says under your saving throw mod.
All right, so it's 15.
Okay. And I mean, this acrid fog in this room gets into your nostrils as you're walking through and you're kicking it up, and it's kind of stinging the inside of your nose and throat. But other than that, it doesn't seem to cause you any harm. And you make it to the door.
All right, I open it.
Open it up. And as soon as you do, all of the fog in the corridor disperses.
Excellent.
Beyond the door, a stairway leads down. The way is blocked by thick webbing that fills the area from steps to ceiling.
That's not scary at all. I guess we want to cut through the web and forge ahead.
Who's doing this?
I have a longsword.
You want to do it?
I mean, is it easier to longsword or great axe? I don't know.
Or we could, use a torch and set it on fire.
But we don't know what's behind it. What if there's like something wooden behind it?
We'll bubble cut through it.
Okay, so who's taking point here?
Bub,
and you're cutting through it with your axe?
Yeah.
So how are you doing this? Like, are you just charging in, swinging this axe, or are you...
I mean, I'm not just going to charge through it. I'm going to slice my way through it and then walk ahead like as I've cleared the way.
Well, you're standing at the doorway and doing a horizontal slice at the webbing, and at first you think it's going to work. You see some of the web snapping aside, but at the end of your swing, you realize that your axe is snared tightly in the web, and you can't pull it free no matter how hard you try.
Really?
And eventually you let go of the handle of the axe, and it's just dangling there, tangled up in these webs.
Oh boy.
So let's try the fire part.
now. Yeah, fires.
Yeah, I've got my torch, so I guess let's try to burn the web.
Your X is magical, right?
No, it's not actually.
Oh
so
no!
You hold your torch out to the web,
Yeah.
and as soon as your torch touches the web, same thing. It gets snared there. And you let go of it. Now your burning torch is also dangling from the web.
And the fire's not affecting the web even slightly?
Doesn't seem to be.
Oh, boy.
Should I try burning hands?
No.
Yeah,
I'm going to go
yeah.
ahead and... Let's see here. I want to make sure that I can actually have both of these up at the same time. I want to cast Detect Magic. Actually cast it, not the ritual.
Okay. Neither that nor True Seeing are concentration, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So you cast Detect Magic, and indeed, these spider webs are very magical.
So could Dispel Magic maybe get rid of them?
We can try.
I could cast that.
And I have it as well, but...
Well, if you cast it, I think you lose anything you're sustaining, right?
No.
No, not Dispel Magic.
Oh, okay. What level? How many slots do you have for that level? I have 3 level 3. I haven't used any.
So, let me mark on my sheet what I've used. I've expended...
Isn't True Seeing basically
one of those.
Just the Burning Hands and stuff like that?
I didn't use Burning Hands. I've expended 1 level 1 slot and 1 level 6 slot.
Okay.
Dispel Magic, I have 3 level 3 slots, and then if I need to, I can also upcast it with level 4 or level 5 slots. So, technically I could try 8 times. I really don't want to do that. But...
It's probably better for the Paladin to burn his slots, because he's not reliant on his spell slots if we get into a fight.
Yeah, I just stab things.
Well, Paladin can use his spell slots to deal smite damage, though.
That's true.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think of that.
So what's the plan?
I'll go ahead and cast Detect Magic. Not Detect Magic. I'll Dispel Magic on the webs.
What level spell or slot are you using to cast that?
3rd.
Using a 3rd level spell slot?
Yes.
You discharge Dispel Magic, and nothing happens. The web's sticking fast, and your Detect Magic is still picking up the read on them. Whatever spell was used to enchant these webs or create them was much higher than 3rd level.
Don't you get like a roll against that if it's too low? Like,
depends on the spell or the effect. For this particular effect, Dispel Magic's not going to do anything.
Gotcha.
That spell is very intentionally vague. As far
Whatever.
As do.
Whatever magic is on these webs, I can't do anything about it.
Oh wait, the book says you get a roll for each spell.
If it's a spell effect. If it was.
Oh, okay. You have something like supernatural. Yeah.
Be glad that rule is there. Otherwise, enterprising DMs would have low-level wizards dispelling all of your magic weapons and shit all the time. That's what I always tell people when they complain.
No, not level 1 wizards. No.
Just an army of level 1 wizards. So,
yeah, Dispel Magic had no effect on the web.
Poo.
Well, you guys can continue trying to unentangle your stuff, but please don't entangle yourselves. I'm going to go back up and peek at this secret door.
I didn't even get a check to yank my stuff free, so...
Actual Detect Magic.
I'm thinking that's not happening.
Are you going to try? I mean, yeah, you tried wrenching it free, but did not come loose.
I mean, yeah, if would it make any difference to make a strength check? I kind of doubt it.
Are you doing anything more than just grabbing it and trying to pull it free?
I'm definitely not putting my foot against the web and trying to anything like that. No, I'm not touching the web.
Now all I need to do is put my head in and use my teeth to free my feet. No, just grabbing it and trying to wrench and pull it free does not come loose.
Okay.
So going back and checking out the secret door near the stairs where you came in, it's very much how you left it. There's no obvious mechanism by which to open it.
I think our only option for getting into that room is going to be burning a higher level dispel magic. Otherwise,
I could technically cast Fireball too, but I really don't think that'll do any good.
I'm not sure that magical fire might be different from my torch, but I'm not 100% sure.
Well, try Burning Hands first before we Fireball.
All right.
I mean, this is high level stuff. It's probably going to be pretty resilient.
Well, first let's resolve the secret door up here. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So I have Detect Magic up.
Yeah.
But that seeing Detect Magic probably just for this door. I'm going to investigate the wall.
So you have Detect Magic up, and you can detect the abjuration magic on the secret door itself. Make an Intelligence Arcana check.
Intelligence Arcana.
Well, I guess I gotta cross off my great axe.
You do indeed.
13.
A 13?
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty sure this door could be opened magically. With things like Knock, Dispel Magic, or Remove Curse.
Well, I've got one of those.
The door,
Remove Curse.
What you determine is the door itself is not magical, but there is an abjuration preventing it from opening that needs to be removed. So Knock would open the door through the abjuration, whereas Dispel and Remove Curse would destroy the abjuration and allow you to open the door. Knock is a temporary solution, the other spells are permanent ones.
All right. I go back down and tell everyone what I found, or what I believe. And I will, I guess, go ahead and burn another level 3 slot on Dispel Magic.
Okay. And you no longer detect the abjurations preventing the secret door from opening.
And I back up and Mage Hand open the door.
You use your Mage Hand to tinker with it for a second, and you manage to find some give in the door and open it up, revealing yet another hallway.
Oh my gosh!
Oh jeez.
Sorry, I just deleted the wrong black square. It's fine. So yeah, another hallway going up 30 foot forward, and then turning to the right.
That number 17 was just super important.
And then looking down this hallway, another 40 or 50 feet forward, and then it ends at a door.
Sorry about your axe, bub. If it makes you feel any better, and I hold up my lit up half rapier.
Yeah. I have other weapons. It's none of them are as good as the great axe.
That one was your favorite. We know.
That one was my favorite.
So, quick peek at the door.
It was my most smashy. It was my smashy stick.
Quick peek at the door, assuming I don't see anything. Mage Hand it open.
Okay, Mage Hand it open.
Oh god, step to the side.
Looking in this room, you see a laboratory.
Oh, good.
There is one other exit to the room in the southwest down here. Just an open doorway leading off into a corridor. And there's lots and lots of stuff in this room. All the walls are lined with shelves, and on these you see odd jars filled with all sorts of things. I mean, you'd have to actually go over and spend some time examining them all. There's a large desk and stool just to your right as you enter. A couple of large workbenches. You see clay pots and urns sitting on these tables. There are, in the southern part of the room, are 3 large vats that your guys' hands are obscuring. They're about 7 feet in diameter, maybe 4 feet in depth. So these things are pretty enormous vats. looks like they're affixed to the floor. You can't see what's in them from your location in the doorway. And you still have detect magic up, yes?
Lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay. So yeah, we'll have it up for just as a cursory glance through the room. You're getting vague senses of all different kinds of magic. A whole cornucopia coming rolling off of the various vats and jars and things along the shelves. Yeah, and that's what you see in this room. But nothing else majorly magical is standing out. Or... Oh, True Seeing might give you a little bit more, though.
The cheater spell.
The cheater spell. It does not. True Seeing does not give you anything you haven't already seen.
These vats, do they have stuff in them?
They probably do, but you're standing too far away.
Okay, well, let's get a little bit closer.
Which one do you go towards?
I guess I'm going to look in the middle one.
Looking in the middle vat, and some kind of greenish liquid that looks like it's slightly carbonated. It's bubbling a little bit. And in the bottom of the vat, you see half of a golden key.
Ooh. Okay, well, these keys are the most important of all, so I think maybe we should try and get them, but we have to beware trembling hands and what will maul.
Could what will maul be the spider webs?
Razanir, are you looking in that vat over there?
I am, and I'm going to hold my breath.
Roll
when I look
initiative.
Oh, good.
Just from looking in it? Oh, jeez.
Just by standing near it, actually.
Oh.
There's not a lot of combat in this dungeon, but there's a little bit. Can't get too complacent. If I can find the right page of my monster manual here.
I have a feeling I know what's going to pop out.
It's a mimic. It's always, always, always a mimic.
No, it could be worse than that.
Question mark, question mark, question mark from earlier?
We'll never know what it was.
That was going to be the giant skeleton if someone else was dumb enough to open up the other chest while we had the...
Yes, that is correct.
while we were fighting this
open chest swung combat. I ignore my friend's plight and loot the monster.
Where's Bubba on initiative?
I'm 22.
And Razanir?
4. I'm gonna get bashed in the face.
And Pokedude?
Oh, so yeah. Sorry, that was me. 22. Not. I don't know what. I thought you said me before.
Oh, you're Okay. So
yeah.
Wait, I don't have 22. I have.
Where's Bub?
Yeah.
I'm 13.
13. And Error?
I was at 19.
19. So as you guys are fanning out, checking out these vats, looking into this vat, Razanir, is a grayish-green liquid that suddenly begins lashing out at you. The rest of you in the room have no idea what's going on. Pokedude, you are surprised. Error, you are surprised. Slime Monster is going to attack Mr. Razanir. Actually, let me go ahead and get a
shape.
Yeah, get a little shape for.
Like one of these things, or
I use one of these little red squares. These are pretty good. I mean, it's kind of cubish.
Would it be a gelatinous?
Make it gray, though. There we go. Yeah, how about that? The monster itself is not actually cubish. It's a mass of slime.
It's a blob
in the bottom. Yeah, it's a blob, and it's reaching out for you. And I got a 19 to hit you, Razanir.
No, 20.
You need a 20. Okay.
Yeah, 20.
I'll keep that in mind when I cheat next time.
Okay. I guess I raise my shield.
Yeah, the thing just splashes off of your shield. Unfortunately, it's not grabby, so it's not adhered to your shield. That's too bad. But it does look like this whole
Next
mass
time.
of this thing is going to climb up over this vat and start eating you. That brings us to Bob, who's also surprised. And then Razanir, you get to take a turn.
I'm gonna swing at it with let's see here. I am going to let me look at my level spells here. I'm going to use a second level spell to smite it.
Okay. What are you attacking with? Sword?
My longsword.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll just roll that.
Well, roll a hit first, because
Yeah. 21.
okay, its armor class is 8, so you got that.
Okay, so I do. Let's see.
And this is where you can expend smites for extra damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I do use a spell slot and add an additional 2d8. Okay, so I do 5d8. Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Paladins
Okay.
get a lot of damage output,
Okay, so
but the spell slots go quick. They don't have a lot of them.
15. And then this is also radiant, so 18 radiant and 10 slashing.
Okay.
Or sorry, 11 slashing.
I need Pokedude's hand to move here.
Oh, sorry.
So, check this out. Now, instead of one big blob,
Oh, jeez.
you've got 2 smaller blobs. As you come down with your
That's what I
sword
thought would happen.
and you hack this thing in half. Pokedude, you're no longer surprised. You look over,
Okay.
you see Razanir hacking this giant blob in half, and he's now being hassled by 2 giant blobs. Well, they're now
Can I-
smaller.
Can I step in a direction?
You can, but you'll be leaving the thing's threat range. In fact, you'll be leaving both of them.
Oh yeah, I'll leave one of them if I do that. Okay, I'll stay there.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna move.
Oh god, one of these things.
All right, I'm gonna move over here and cast Burning Hands.
Okay. Now, if you cast Burning Hands at the blob, you're definitely going to get Razanir in that
Oh.
fan, because it's a
Am I?
15-foot cone. It comes out.
Oh,
from you.
okay, that's not gonna work then.
I get a saving throw too, though, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If you don't mind
No, you-
being lit on fire.
It's metal. It's hot.
All
I have 101 hit points.
right, let me see what else I got here.
No, lighting your teammates on fire is a tried and true method of effective D&D combat.
I just raised my shield. You could do it. That's fine.
I have another more focused attack I can use. All right, yeah. Fist of Unbroken Air.
Okay. On which of these 2 blobs? One of them is still in the vat, climbing up towards Razanir. The other one has leapt out onto the floor near the table where you're standing.
I'm gonna hit this one.
Okay.
Key points. And 14 will do it, right? I don't need to.
Yeah, 14 hits.
Uh,
What kind of damage is that?
it says they must succeed a strength saving throw, and they take 3d10 bludgeoning damage if they fail.
It failed.
All right.
So 3d10 bludgeoning. That might be enough to smash this thing. Splatter dead goo all over Razanir's shield. Ew.
And your fist. Ah.
That's 13.
13 damage?
Yep.
Okay. Both blobs are still moving. You've managed to clobber it, but you haven't completely smashed it. Error, what's your master plan?
My master plan is to... well, when it was 1 cube, I was going to give it a nice insult. But now that it's 2 cubes, I'm going to Ray of Frost that guy.
Okay.
And I think I can only miss if I roll a 1.
Yeah, a 1
25!
always. That'll definitely hit.
Do you auto miss on a 1?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only on attack rolls. On skill checks, do not necessarily fail on a 1.
Okay. Because I have +8. I was like, oh, I can't miss.
Yeah.
11 damage.
11 damage. And that blob,
11 frost damage.
you freeze it solid, and then it shatters and crumbles away and no longer moves.
And I back off some. I let the tanky people fight the gelatinous blob monsters, slime monsters.
Oh, Razanir leaps out at you again, climbing up over the side of the vat. But once again, you get your shield in the way and deflect its creepy blob tentacle. Bub, you're up.
Alright, well, Bub's gonna take out his hand axe and charge him.
Okay.
Where is my dice? It's up here. Alright, so got 2 attacks. Oh, that one's not good.
Oh, shoot. I forgot I have 2 attacks also.
Well, this one's 11.
11 will hit.
Okay, and then second attack.
Do one attack at a time. Do the first attack
Okay.
and the second one for this monster. Usually it doesn't make a difference, but for this thing it does.
Okay. 5 plus... Or so 9.
9 points. And you chop it in half.
Again? Oh boy.
One of it's still lunging towards Razanir's shield, and the other one lunges to the other side of the vat and is coming at you. But you can take your second attack now. You just got
Right, okay.
two
So
even smaller blobs on either side of the vat.
I guess I'm gonna hit the one that is coming at me,
Okay.
which is gonna be... Oh, that's gonna be a hit. That's 15 plus... That's like 23.
Yeah, that's good enough.
And that's 8 damage.
8 damage. And you splatter that thing against the inside of the vat, and it moves no more.
Okay.
Well, it says, no, don't hit it with an axe!
Razanir, can you finish it up, you think?
I mean, I hope so. 11?
11 hits.
So, I just realized that I get to do radiant damage without using spell charges. I just get a free d8 at level 11. So I do 5 plus 8. 8 slashing, 5 radiant.
Okay.
Is that
and
enough?
That's enough to kill it, yes.
I subdivide it further to the atomic level.
Our
Just
next
keeps
Flumph
getting smaller,
campaign,
like Ant-Man.
which actually starts next Sunday, we're doing session 0 for it. I'm not allowed. There's no spell casting at all. It's going to be a low magic campaign. But one of the players is still going to play. I think he's still going to roll the paladin, just with the understanding that he doesn't get spells. He'll just use it all for smites, which is what most paladins do anyway, in my experience.
Yeah,
Oh, it's so good to do that.
And yeah, looking into the vat, now that the blob monster has been sufficiently divided and splattered all over the place, you see half of a golden key.
Is it in the... Oh, it's in the vat, not outside
Yes.
the vat. Is there
But
like
now
a
that
ladle
slime-
or
Now that
something
the
to grab
slime
it?
monster came out, is there any like liquid in the vat?
No, the
So-
vat is now... It was full of slime monster a minute ago, but now it's just got the key in
Right,
the
so
bottom.
we
of
could
it.
just get that.
So Razanir, are
Yeah.
you brave enough to look in this one too to see if we have 3 half keys?
Well, I thought we already checked this one. I thought it was the middle one we didn't look in.
No, I checked the middle one. That's the-
We looked in the middle one.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
We
sure.
haven't checked the one on the
I
left.
saw the
Well-
key down there, and nothing's leapt out at me. But I'm guessing that there's gonna be like some nasty acid or something in the vat.
Well, let's grab... Should we grab this first key?
Yeah, I would say since we can see it and there's nothing immediately in the way, we've dealt with the thing that was in the way. So let's get it.
You take out
If-
half of the
yeah, I'll
golden
take
key,
it.
and half of the golden key is in fact radiating some magic as well.
I hand the goopy key to somebody?
I guess Bub will hold it. Sure.
So what was in this one in the middle? You said there was a key in like liquid?
Like a greenish, slightly carbonated liquid. It's bubbling slightly, but you can see the key in the bottom of it. Or half
I
of the
feel
key,
like that's
rather.
going to be some acid or at least some kind of thing that will hurt us if we stick our hand in there.
I'll
Can you-
cast
Mage
Mage
hand
hand?
will get out of there, yeah.
and try and pull it out.
Okay. The mage hand reaches into the vat, and it disintegrates.
Oh.
Why am I not surprised?
How big is this urn? Could we knock it away from us?
You're not going to be able to move it. It's affixed to the ground. It's about
Okay.
7 feet in diameter, and it's
I
about
would
4
say
feet
if-
deep.
I would say if we were going to do that anyway, we should try to dump it into the empty one.
But yeah, picking up or moving this thing is not going to happen without
Okay.
some severe earth-moving equipment.
So
Okay.
I'll look in the last one.
So like some stone shape or something.
And looking into the last one, it looks just like muddy, murky water. And you don't see anything laying in the bottom of it.
Is
Yeah,
there
can
like
we
a
see in the bottom?
Is what?
Since you said muddy and murky, can we see in the bottom, or do we not know if there's anything in the bottom?
It looks like dishwater, basically. But no,
I
you,
think
yeah, you
maybe-
can see to the bottom, and there's nothing laying there.
I think these are like kind of progressively worse as we go. Like this one's nothing and it's got nothing in it. This one's kind of passively bad, and this one like actively attacked us.
what if we mix one with the other? Like, is there like a cup on a rod or something in here?
There are lots of jars and things in the shelves.
Well,
in
I
the
mean,
room.
do I have to hold the jar with my hand to scoop the liquid
Well, or a mage hand might do the trick.
So,
if it doesn't disintegrate?
let's go back to the
Uh-oh.
poem.
I mean,
These
you can
key-
cast Mage Hand all you want.
Yeah. It
These-
says, "Beware of trembling hands and what will maul."
So, what will maul, we can probably say is a slime monster. Trembling
Sure.
hands
It's
is
probably.
someone with shaky hands trying to get this key out.
I think
or-
trembling hands might be sticking your hand into the dangerous disintegration liquid.
So let's just try pouring one thing. So I will mage hand a bottle,
Okay.
and I'll mage hand it into this muddy liquid.
And then pour it into the acidic.
Well, I mean, does the bottle come out with the liquid in it?
It does, and it just looks like nasty water.
Okay, I will hover it over to the other thing, and I will step back.
I go into the corner.
Yeah, I'm definitely backing up too. That
Okay.
sounds scary.
I raise my shield, and I let the bottle just drop.
And it drops in there, and you're aware of a violent, hissing, sizzling sound, and several loud pops, and you see the bubbles bursting over the sides of the vat, sending some small quantities of this acrid liquid shooting up, and it lands on the ground, and you see it smoking and sizzling there as it pockmarks the floor around the vat. And after a minute or so of this bubbling and popping, the reaction stops. Goes back to normal.
There's still tons of bubbling liquid in there.
I'm a chemist, so
So once it's died down, I want to make sure that it's still like bad-looking liquid.
And it is.
Right.
It looks identical to last time you looked into it.
I want to examine. I want to look for something that can potentially like a line and hook or something to try and fish it out.
Okay, make a wisdom perception check at disadvantage. 'Cause there's just a lot of stuff to go through in this room. There's a lot of shelves you're going to be examining for a minute. This is also going to wear out your detect magic. What's everybody else doing?
what's this desk?
Just a desk with a stool in front of it.
Is there any shelves or anything?
No, not on this desk.
Are there any books or anything that have like lab notes?
No books, but make a... Well, no, not examining the desk. Don't make anything.
Okay. What about on the walls? Anything taped to the walls? I'm literally describing my lab right now.
No, the walls are covered in shelves of all different jars and vials, and I mean, It would take a lot of time to root through a lot of this place.
Now, most importantly, are there goggles?
There's this hallway down here that you see.
Yeah. But by the way, that was a 12 on that perception.
A 12 on perception?
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't find any device that you could hook down into the acidic liquid.
Do we want to poke anything in there? Because all we've poked in there so far was the magical mage hand. Maybe actual things don't necessarily instantly disintegrate.
Well, I've already only got half a rapier anyway, so I mage hand my rapier and poke it in the liquid.
Just the tip.
And you get the
That's just
same...
the tip. Yes.
Well, there is no more tip. The tip's gone. just the part behind
It's
the
just
tip.
the blood tip.
Yeah.
You get the same kind of violent reaction as the acid eats away at the metal of the sword. And when you pull it back, you have less of a rapier than you did a moment ago.
Yeah. Okay. So I was gonna say I've got a grappling hook if we want to fish it out there with some rope, but no.
Well, considering that my rapier is still technically magical, and it being even shorter now.
Now it's a short sword.
Does anyone have ice magic?
I do. Well, kind of.
You try to freeze the acid.
Anybody have protection from acid?
No.
I have protection from poison. That's not what this is.
I can speak with animals.
You can
Does that
understand
include-
Bob better.
does
Oh
that
man,
include me?
I could use Big B's hand. That would do it.
Big B's hand. That's an enormous. Like these are cursors.
I'm aware.
That's
I'm
Big
aware.
B's hand.
So what's the plan?
I
I'm
don't
gonna keep
want
looking
to
for
leave.
notes on tables. I'm gonna keep looking on tables.
Okay, make a intelligence, either history or religion check.
Oh, I have those.
Whichever one's higher, you can roll.
Religion. Oops, I'm not on the thing here. 22.
Okay. You don't find any notes or books. There don't seem to be any documents. But looking through some of the jars and supplies on the wall, looking at some of the tables and the workbenches in the center of the room, you realize what this room is good for. A lot of the jars, the bottles and containers and things are preserving agents. And you're pretty sure that the workstations here are preparation tables for mummification.
So embalming. Okay. Why would they need acid to
That
embalm?
you don't know. Why would they need half a golden key?
Why would they need a slime monster?
Is there anything in this room that looks like it would be specially like warded to collect acid?
No, you don't find any tools to collect or hold that. Well, I mean, you do. You see a giant giant metal vat that's currently holding all the acid.
Is there like a
doing a wonderful
smaller?
job.
So maybe I'm grasping at too many straws, but maybe the violent reaction the first time when we dumped the bottle in was because we dumped the actual bottle in and not just the liquid? Because my half magical rapier did the same thing?
So you think just the water, just pouring the water in there might have a different effect?
I could try it.
We could try it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll repeat the act by filling the bottle with water and then pouring it carefully in and then pulling the bottle away.
And then you get the same reaction as first time. Dumping
Yeah.
a quantity of liquid causes... I mean, kind of picture pouring a glass of water into a pan of boiling oil.
Well,
In
this is
other
acid
words,
fire.
we're trying to put out the grease fire.
It's
Right.
like one of those experiments in science class where the teacher goes, "Hey, check this out," and you put some sodium in the water or whatever,
Right,
and
exactly.
like this incredibly violent reaction.
Be glad everybody's standing more than 10 feet away from the vat.
Yeah.
But yeah, more of this. You hear the popping and sizzling sound, and it leaps out of the vat, lands on the floor around, and is burning holes and scratches and pits.
What is the material of the vat? It's stone, you said?
Some sort of metal.
Oh, some sort of metal, okay.
A nondescript metal vat.
So given we're in a laboratory, is there any, like, for lack of a better term, safety equipment around?
In the Tomb of Horrors?
Yeah, absolutely.
No. Well, I mean, yeah, your paladin's holding a shield and is wearing plate armor.
The Tomb of Safety.
You know, in that case, yes, that was a dumb question.
This tomb does not meet OSHA standards.
Well, I was told there were no dumb questions.
I mean, I don't know what to cast on myself to help me just reach in and grab it.
I think maybe we should just plan to come back. Let's check out what's down here.
Yep.
Okay, silly question, Brick. Since I have this since it's a spell, I know, so I would know kind of how it works.
Okay.
I have the animate object spell. How well does that work with? Yes.
Let me look that up real quick in my trusty.
Animate the key and have it walk out.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's not a bad idea. I mean, gold is acid resistant.
You know that it wouldn't work because it only works on non-magical objects.
That's what I thought.
That being said, the acid itself is not magical.
Oh. You could... I mean, if you could animate it and get it to go into our empty vat over here, then the acid would be out of the way and we'd have an empty vat with a key in it.
This
is good idea as any. Should we stand back further?
This is going to be really dumb when we do this.
Some of these tables.
So,
Bub's climbing on the table.
So,
this is the plan going forward.
You're getting closer to the reaction.
So, since we have 1 minute of, like, this big acid thing, is there anything practical I could... No, never mind. I'm going to cast Animate Objects. I'm going to move the acid from this vat to this vat.
Okay. You can animate up to 10 non-magical objects. The acid in the vat, I'm going to count.
So the spell itself says that it counts for... And let me pull it up.
It says up to 10. Large targets count as 4 objects. Huge targets count as 8. I'm going to count this as large because it's taking up the entire volume of the inside of this vat. So this is going to be 4 objects.
Okay.
So the idea is to animate this acid and then walk it over to the other vat and then enter it.
Let's try it.
And so what shape do you animate it into?
A man, an acid man.
Acid man?
So the last thing I actually saw was this big slime.
Okay.
So just the amorphous ooze?
So I'm going to turn into the amorphous ooze. And then we'll have it crawl across the floor into the other vat.
And the floor sizzles and smokes as it does. And you've left this huge streaked black groove in the stone where it's been burned and seared away. And the thing clambers up over into the empty vat, sloshes down into it.
All right, and I think we're good. Wait for the floor to cool off.
The spell lasts for 1 minute, so...
A minute later, you no longer have control over the animated acid in the third vat.
That's actually an incredibly useful combat spell, but...
I'll look inside.
And there's just the half of a golden key laying in there.
Do I have anything that, like...
I would mage hand it out.
Yeah, mage hand. Okay, there. I was, like, gonna grab 2 sticks and chop sticks with that.
I'm
not gonna grab it with my hands.
Pluck it out with mage hand?
Okay.
I would like to pluck it out with mage hand, and just as an experiment, place it on one of the tables.
No. We're gonna dunk it in the murky water to wash it off.
And
okay, we can do that.
You clean it off in the murky water, but there's not enough acidic residue on it to cause a reaction. He animated every drop of that acid out.
Okay. I don't want it to burn whoever holds it. Again, I'm a chemist. Dilute for 15 minutes. That's the rule.
But are you a magic chemist?
Some would say yes.
Okay. So what's next?
So I'm gonna love to hear the actual solution to that puzzle later. But anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, we have 2 halves of a key.
Yeah.
How do we mend these together?
Let's try just sticking them together. They're magical. Maybe they'll just go.
Oh, you mean magnetic?
Sure. Bub, no science words.
You hold the 2 halves of the golden key together, but they don't react in any way.
No, they don't snap together.
Nope. They obviously
Bummer.
fit together. They're obviously both halves of the same key.
I don't really know what.
We can at least continue on and see if there's something, that that would make sense to put halves of a key in.
So
Or if we find a door that we need to put a full key in, we can come back and see if there's something we can stick.
Well, yeah, we've got another path to continue
Yeah.
on, so let's check it out.
You guys,
So
you
the
still have a
poems-
few minutes of true seeing left.
So I'm gonna lead.
Okay. And big ol' spike pit.
Oh,
10-foot deep, empty pit completely fills the passageway
Is that like 20 feet across?
and extends so far as to make jumping across it impossible for most creatures.
except BS marks.
I was gonna say a monk could probably do it.
I'll do it.
The monk can... You can jump horizontally a number of feet equal to your strength score. Monks, however, can run across walls and things.
Yeah.
Monks can also if they burn a key point. Can't
Yeah,
they
you can jump a lot farther. It extends your jump by 5 or 10 feet or something.
Do we want to hand him a rope? One end of a rope?
I've got.
I'm gonna peek in this pit first to make sure that there's nothing really sneaky.
My rope is in the fortuitous.
Let me see
fall
what you
pit,
see in the
so
pit.
If somebody else has some rope.
I've got 50 feet of rope.
So with your true seeing, which you still have a few more minutes on, looking down, the floor of the pit is tiled. And you can tell that many of these tiles can move or shift under your weight. And you think placing any weight on them would be a bad idea. Although you don't know what's going to happen.
Man, I should have put the vat of acid in there.
I miss Acid Man.
I would suggest not falling in there. It's probably worse than the spikes.
Is there something we could chuck down there, like a lab equipment?
What would you like to throw in there?
A beaker?
So you're gonna go back up to the lab and find one of the ceramic jars and pitch it down in there?
Anything that looks somewhat heavy and wouldn't just shatter instantly on impact. I may have eliminated all the possibilities.
Well, there's a wooden stool in there that's easy to carry.
Oh, I'll do that. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. So you retrieve the wooden stool.
And I'll ask I could just chuck this down there. What could possibly go wrong? Oh wait.
We're in the Tomb of Horrors. But go ahead.
I chuck it and then raise my shield and back up.
How far do you attempt to throw it? Are you dropping it over the side? Or are you trying to throw it at the far end of the pit?
As far as I can in the pit.
Okay. And it lands on the far side. And then just the sound of scraping metal rings through the hallway, echoing off the walls, clanging in your ears as you watch this huge bed of spikes, row after row, stabbing up from the floor of the pit in this huge wave.
How high up do the spikes go?
They are...
Are they up at our level?
No, they're down in the pit. The pit itself is about 10 feet deep. The spikes look maybe 1 or 2 feet tall out of the floor.
I mean, those are pretty quality spikes.
They're good for impaling.
This is where their lab money went.
But now the chair is still laying down there, and I mean it's destroyed at this point.
Yeah.
DC 50 to.
Alright, should I just run along the wall and, with a rope?
If you think you can make it.
Is there anything that we can secure the rope to on this side and that we can see on the other side?
Yeah, if you got like climbing spikes or something, you can hammer one into the floor.
I don't have climbing spikes, do any of you?
Uh,
I have a grappling hook. That's not...
Yeah, you can grapple part of the stone structure. That'd be all right.
Okay.
Alright,
So I've got a grappling hook, but I left my rope back in the...
I've got rope. I've got 50 feet of it.
Okay, so you can take my grappling hook. Or are we gonna have? Is the monk gonna jump across, or are we gonna?
Yeah.
Or are
Yeah,
we gonna chuck it?
I'm just gonna run along the wall.
Okay.
Right.
Now, do we have something to secure it on this side?
Do we have a second hook or something?
I've only got one. How deep is the pit?
About 10 feet. I mean, it would be trivial to climb down one side of the pit and climb up the other side if it weren't for all the pressure plates.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. We need to secure it on both sides if we're going to get across.
So your grappling hook, hooking on the ceiling, Tarzan across. Got it!
I mean, we could try that. If there's something up there to grapple to, I kind of feel like probably no.
There's not really enough physical space to grapple across this 20-foot wide pit. You need more height than you have.
Yeah, right.
Hmm.
We didn't, happen across a 20-foot... No, in the Tomb of Hoarders. Never mind.
There's nothing to tie it to over here, like...
You mean on the far side?
On our side.
Not unless you brought something. It's just a stone hallway.
Yeah.
We're not as prepared as we thought.
How heavy are these? How heavy are these desks in here?
There's only the one desk in the north room. These other 4 tables are these preparation tables.
They're just station. Okay.
They look pretty heavy. 2 of you working together could probably drag one down the stairs and get it situated. By the time you're done moving it, though, Error's true seeing will finally be gone.
Do we want to do that? I guess that might be our only option at this point.
Well, there's other options, but that would probably require me to spend
More time.
more level, like my remaining level 4 and higher spell slots.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that we can basically do for free. Just costs a little time.
Because I have this spell called Dimension Door.
Ah.
Dimension Door is good.
Dimension Door is very good.
Doesn't that only move yourself though?
You can take one person with you.
I can take one person with me, so assuming the monk can make it, I can teleport somebody across, teleport myself back, teleport the other guy across, but then I'm basically
Tapped for spells.
Could we rest?
We could.
Gotta rest here.
There's nothing really stopping us.
I mean, let's get across and then think about it, but...
So, Dimension Door your way across and look for a place to rest?
I don't think that's a good idea.
If I cast Locate Object and I specify 20-foot object, is that too vague?
You have to specify a specific... Either a specific object, like one you specifically have in mind, or like a type of object. Well, you can cast Locate Object to find either a particular grappling hook, or you could use it to find just any grappling hook. But you wouldn't be able to say just, 20-foot object could mean any number of things.
Yeah. The space that we have available to us is so Oh goodness.
Hmm.
So I can't describe an object. I can't say like something 20 foot made of sturdy wood.
No, it has to be more specific than
Okay.
that.
So the other thing I could do instead of using 4 level or 3, it's my last level 5 slot. Use Big B's hand and carry us all across.
His hand would do it.
Yeah, that would work.
I mean, that's less spell slots, so
There's a little bit of indignity involved.
Everybody grab onto a
this
finger.
isn't frog fractions.
So we're gonna Big B across.
That is an option.
You have 1
Unless-
hour remaining of the session.
Well, unless no one else has any other good ideas, I'm gonna cast Big B's hand.
Right.
Okay. Are you able to carry everybody at once, or does it need to take multiple trips?
I would assume it would be multiple trips.
Okay.
And I'll just go by myself and save a trip.
Okay.